Artur Kurginia.
Our judges from Slovakia, Ireland, Turkey, Sri Lanka and Armenia.
Round one.
So into the first, AMETOVIC of Serbia in the red, ESSAADI of Morocco in the blue, and as he was in the opening round, AMETOVIC is in with a taller fighter here. He generally will be. He is on the short side. Now, what's ESSAADI got in way of a jab? That'll be the interesting thing to see here. Well, kind of led off with the right hand there. AMETOVIC got inside it and through his own combination. He's a busy fighter, AMETOVIC. Plenty of energy about him, but he's got some skills too. Dips to his left-hand side there. Looking for a big swinging right hand. And then wrestles ESSAADI to the canvas, apologised for it. I think would have tried to claim that was an accident. I don't think it was. I think it's just an opportunity he took there to demonstrate to his opponent that maybe he's got the greater physical strength. Cheeky little bit of dark arts there from ESSAADI, just trapping the glove of AMETOVIC with his forearm on the blind side of the referee. Well, this is messy so far because these two are up close and grappling a lot of the time. ESSAADI, for a tall fighter, does seem to prefer it on the inside. You see where he holds that jab hand. He's not ever really looking to use it. That right hand is cocked and ready to go at all times, really. Just touches with that jab, but it's only really to measure the distance before he lets that right hand go. Little flurry with the feet there from ESSAADI. Very early stages to be doing that. AMETOVIC just prowling, keeping those gloves moving, looking to keep those shoulders on the move and the head as well. He's finding it tricky here against ESSAADI, AMETOVIC so far. He's kind of all long limbs and levers and angles and elbows, really, ESSAADI. AMETOVIC aiming a big right hand there. A couple of right hands on the inside there from ESSAADI. Final few seconds of the round. Neat right hand there from ESSAADI. So AMETOVIC has been on the front foot looking to try and make things happen, and he's got a through with a good few shots, but ESSAADI not without his own successes.
مشات جديه بوحدك راه كتخربق راه بغيتي تضارب انت دابا خاسر الماتش علاش غادي عنده 160 مره كنقول لك ما تمشيش عنده ما تمشيش عنده بقى بعيد وما تبقاش دير لا دوات وما تبقاش دير لا دوات كتسمع اش كنقول لك ما تبقاش تضرب لا دوات الاولى ضرب لا غوش لعبها ديستونس خاسر الماتش بهذا الشيء بغيتي تخسر الماتش بغيتي تمشي بحال بحالك الوغ لعب لا بوكس ما تدفعش ما تشدش كلشي كيشوف فيك كتدفع وكتشد كلشي باينه كتدفع وكتشد
Seconds out, please.
As I said, ESSAADI did have his successes at times, just finding AMETOVIC on the inside. AMETOVIC trying to swagger his way in, close that gap down. There was an unbelievable amount of advice coming in from the Moroccan corner there for ESSAADI. I'm never quite sure how helpful that is, because fighters just been fighting for 3 minutes, they get sat down and then they get 50 seconds of just non-stop talking. There's no way they can take all of that in. Just absolutely no way. So AMETOVIC in the red, just looking to try and swarm ESSAADI in as educated a fashion as he can, just dipping that head as he came forward. He gestured towards the canvas a few seconds ago. I'm not quite sure why, because there's nothing on it. He's thrown plenty on AMETOVIC, but he hasn't had anything like the same completion rate that he had the other day against Jadrisiak, who did tend to stand more in front of him than ESSAADI. ESSAADI looking for the right hand as he just allowed himself to sink into the ropes a little bit. Good right hand there from AMETOVIC. Good upper body movement there from ESSAADI. A familiar pattern to the first round, really. It's AMETOVIC who is a hunter in there. ESSAADI, for the most part, being forced to give ground. There's not been a lot of clean punching from either fighter, really, in this fight so far. There's been a lot of intent from AMETOVIC. ESSAADI hasn't just been backpedaling. He's been throwing himself too. Neither one of them has had a great deal of success pinning the other down. Lead right hand there from AMETOVIC. Wasn't strong, but it did land. He's maybe just a bit too eager here, AMETOVIC. He's so keen to get to this ESSAADI that at times he's making life difficult for himself. He's right on top of him, too far on top of him, really. Hasn't got any kind of space to work. So that makes things a little bit more interesting heading into this final round.
Seconds out, please.
Good combination there from AMETOVIC, finishing nicely on the left to the head as well.
Third round.
So third and final round, Omer AMETOVIC of Serbia in the red, Hamza ESSAADI of Morocco in the blue. AMETOVIC with a win in the competition under his belt already, having boxed in the prelims. European Youth bronze medalist. Little tap on the back of the head there from ESSAADI. Unnecessary. Straight right hand there from AMETOVIC. ESSAADI was backing up to the ropes. Right to the body there from AMETOVIC as well. He's a little bit more measured in this round so far, just slightly. He slowed things down a bit. He never slows them down completely, but he has slowed them down a bit. Good head movement there from AMETOVIC. He's been a bit too much 100 miles an hour at times. So heading into the final minute. It's been an untidy fight. I think it's fair to say that. It's been a kind of clash of styles here, really. ESSAADI, tall, long-limbed, but has looked to try and mix it up on the inside. AMETOVIC has come forward relentlessly, but when he's found himself there, it's not easy because ESSAADI's got those octopus-like tentacles with which he can tie his opponent up quite comfortably, and just aiming that left hand to try and catch AMETOVIC on the way in there, ESSAADI. It would have been good to see him do more of that. As I say, he's got the reach, he doesn't use it, he never throws a jab, really. And against a fighter like this, you need that jab. I've seen quite a lot of tall fighters this week who would appear to have the natural tools to be able to just throw a good jab, and particularly when they're up against a shorter, more robust kind of fighter who will look to get onto the inside, because that's where they have to be to do their work. They just haven't been able to use that jab to set them off balance and keep them off and disrupt them, and that was kind of the case there, really. Bit of a frustrating fight, that, I think, for AMETOVIC. He's won it. And that's a good combination there, finishing with the left hand. He's won the fight. He's won all 3 rounds, but I don't think he ever really quite hit a groove and got going in the way that he would have liked.
Ladies and gentlemen, win on points by split decision from the red corner, Omer AMETOVIC, Serbia.
So AMETOVIC gets it, and he goes safely through to the quarterfinals. 4 cards to 1, so Ireland just going against him there, 2 rounds to 1. Everybody else finding in his favour, generally by scores of 3 rounds to 0. Some split scoring in that final round from Ireland and